Hello there and welcome back to Strategic Command World War II, War in Europe, as we continue our fight to the last man, to the last bullet against the evil forces of the Allied menace. On expert difficulty level with all bonuses maxed, as we are trying to restore the borders, historical borders of the Roman Empire. We're making some moves in order to achieve that goal. Stop. We have just cut off some stuff in Caucasus Mountains next to Mount Elbrus. Also, we've just freed up the port of Cherbourg, which was fully liberated by our noble forces. Yeah, and we are slowly preparing for our, well, the previous time it was the failed offensive. Hopefully this time it will not be that failed advance, and we will, reinforce our stuff properly in order to achieve our goals. Narva hopefully will fall, leaving the last port closed for the commies in the Baltic Sea. Moscow, well, we still have a unit adjacent to Moscow, but I think next turn will be the end of it, of the nonsense, and commies are down to 75, only 75 units. Pretty damn nice, I would suggest. Air losses significant. We've lost air power against the freaking Western commies. Anyway, the Rome looks good, but we have one last step on the way, which is of course not only taking London, but maybe we will limit ourselves to just taking London for the sake of the campaign. But I would love to, of course, take care of all of that nonsense. We'll see how that will go. As for now, it's time to jump to the next turn. We cannot have them take care of the railroading here. Just not something we can... Look at that. Disgusting. Jean Moulin is arrested. Fighters level 5, advanced tanks level 4. Norway only slightly affected. We still didn't reach Baku. The oil of Iraq will be at full supply now. They don't have any unit in Zenjan. They move into mountains with one action point, folks. Keep it in your mind. We'll see what they will bombard now. The Western Allies, that is. Here we go. Cannes. Beautiful. We'll have to, of course, reinforce you. And you are once here. My Dora gun is taking heavy casualties. We are not yet prepared to Jesus. Overall, the complete assault against Stalingrad begins once more. Obviously, we need to hold. Perfect. Amazing job. Let's hold for a little longer and they will be done. They move in to their dome. They reinforce the unit. The anti-tank in Kauga will be finally able to reinforce properly. The HQ moved into Olonets, it seems. The strategic bombers weren't active this turn too much. They evacuate. They retreat to Volkov. Narva still holds. Unfortunate as it is. I really don't want to go into mountains to deal with you. Vinica. We cannot. We don't have units to cover that. Can't damage from bombing. Fighter. Okay. Yet another gun deploys. Okay, not bad at all. Let's start in the west. As I mentioned, I want to deal with Kerch issue. Once and for all. We've got another issue of this dude being where it is. Let's secure the railway connection, however. We've got some pretty good odds here. Let's obviously reinforce you. Now come on. Like, are you kidding me? Got 3 points of entrenchment. We could potentially destroy it, but we would have to. That would leave me open. So no. Let's go for something like that. Now I will have to move into mountains, it seems. Yeah. Jeez, that trash. One supply. Do I have supply? That's not 6. It's not going back to 6. So you survived. Ah, we've got supply from Mosul. Right, we are at 10 now. Yep. Let's go for the follow-ups. Now. I do not dare to go that far. Swap you around. 2 points. Put an elite on you. That would be huge, but I'm not going to lie when I say that I'm not going to commit to it. Of course, we will try to encircle him properly. Those guys, that is. Operate you all the way here. What did I do? I put an elite on you instead. And okay. Die. Do I dare? I will need those paratroopers, and this is a lot of experience we have on it. It's not like I can land behind the line. No, I cannot commit to that in good faith. You're outside of range. Let's instead move you back here. We'll go for Baku first, and then we'll deal with Tbilisi in low supply. Yeah. And we'll move forward. We can take a pick of vision next turn into Baku. And if the situation will be good enough, then we will demolish it accordingly. Now that's done. Let's keep him de-entrenched. Stalingrad front has been semi-secured. We've got some entrenchment, let's not spend it. In a weird manner. Probably isn't something you looked for, but I don't care. That should be no trouble at all. Swap you around. Because demolishing you is worth it. We'll swap you around. Now this tank will be a threat, but not for long. Lucky one time. Perfect. Mm-hmm. 2-1. It might not seem worth it, but it is in my book. Do we operate you first? What costs more? Putting elites on you? It's the same cost. How is my tech looking? That's done. Advanced tanks for Italians. Let's not forget to reinforce you. The fact that you don't have anti-aircraft defense upgraded is wild. Upgrade. Oh, yes. Kinish Tigers for the Italians. Jets for the Germans. Heavy bombers for you. Let's operate you to good supply locations. How are you doing here? Competing well. Rzef is falling. That would help us out, however. And it looks likely. Nice. Swap you two around because we can reinforce you next turn properly. Speaking of reinforcements, over here, upgrade. Where were you? Upgrade. Mm-hmm. Okay. That will be costly. But you need to be operated. Who else does require any reinforcements? Nobody. Okay. Anti-aircraft defense won't hurt me. You are the important one to operate. As you cannot fly that far. Look at Leningrad. 6 supply. Should rise to 7 next turn. They don't have anything in Volkov. Unbelievable. Well, in that case... Oh, we had them on the go. Of course. Just die. It's nice. I reinforce you. We can also fly you, I think. You don't need upgrades necessarily. You will stay in here because we don't have any other fighter. Let's move you back just in case. Of course you do. Yep. Now, Pskov, that's an issue. Well, in that case, let's have you in there for a while. Of course, we need to take a peek at that. We cannot have partisan, of course, destroying our supplies, as we can see. Now, look at that, we can reinforce you. Can actually reinforce you. Rzew, Holtz, you will be operated away. But we cannot operate HQ yet. So you will be operated away, and you will have to be operated away. Smolensk, how are you doing? Where are my garrisons? We'll have to operate you to Smolensk. I'm willing after we take care of Kerch. And we'll take a peek with you on the whereabouts of Baku. If we can take care of Baku, they would have at max free supply, which would be pretty huge for us, long-term wise, and not only long-term wise. So we will swap you around, those two guys, with the positioning. Yeah. The end of Kerch nonsense is coming. We are still holding on to Stalingrad. You will be operated away. Right, yeah. That will have to suffice. Production tech next turn at long range soon, and tanks as well. Heavy bombers level 2 for the Italians. Not insignificant. Let's move you closer to supply. Because I don't want to guard Lorient with mechanized units. With 2 tanks we should be good. We've got anti-aircraft guns coming. We can deploy them in proper locations. We've got one not core, but one of the... Let's reinforce you. One of my staff coming. This should be 1944. I might be wrong, however. Let's reinforce the remainder of the Italian forces. And with the fall of Kerch, we should be good. Let's start upgrading. We'll try to take care of the commies. Got plenty of stuff to buy. Plenty of stuff to upgrade properly. The Italians will have to slowly move their fleets as well. So, couple of turns for proper attachment, not attachments, but replenishments. Will operate HQ from Smolensk. We'll fly one of the fighters to Smolensk to secure the hexes for now. After this is done, we'll have Italians to probably garrison some locations. If not so good units. Speaking of Italians. Let's reinforce you by 1 point. And Narva should fall next turn. One more victory against Komis will be completed. 63%. 62. 97. I'm almost tempted, but I don't have the way to actually commit to that. We'll operate HQ to Rem, the German HQ, or to Chalon. We'll have to operate 2 HQs, however, so 1 for medium bombers, yeah. And we'll follow through with that. Let's sit in for a while. Still have plenty of stuff to go for. Yeah. But after this is done, we can finally send one of the HQs out. The Italian ones and the one in Smolensk area. This should take only 1 more turn. If the supply being down the way it will be. If it's going to go as I expect, of course. Now that will be better position. Yeah. But anyway, that's going to be it for now. 1 more pocket destroyed, and the squeeze on the Baku oil fields continues. Not for much longer. This will be done soon. We'll have to evacuate you to Mosul. Extract you. And we'll operate you to garrison some locations. Let's reinforce you just in case. Oh, let's reinforce you as well. Yep. Anyway, thank you for watching as we continue our fight to the last man, to the last bullet against the evil allies. Next turn, if we can afford that, I'm going to go for both strategic bombers and fighters before the winter, so it will deploy quicker for us. And we'll have you as a garrison, potentially, from the Italian side. Yep. We'll have to wait and see. We can attack from marshes, not really. You will operate away. You cannot help us out in here. Pretty much at all. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time as we continue our fight to restore the borders of the Roman Empire. Thank you for watching, see you next time.